Go ahead.
Hi guys, how are we doing? I want to get a quick start and then I'll do a recap. I want to get the rice going. So measure out, depending on how many people are there. I'm going to do a cup and a half of rice. Okay. Because I want to get it in the rice cooker so we can, and then we'll prep everything else. So rice in, we're going to rinse it off with some little water, and then we're going to cover it 2-to-1 rice to water. 2-to-1 water to rice. So we want to get some of the starch off, is why we're washing the rice. Rice covered. We're going to hit it in the rice cooker. Menu 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Press start. Rice is ready to go. Hi, buddy. What's going on,
Chef,
buddy?
if they do not have a rice cooker, what stovetop recommendations do you have?
Put it on the stove. Again, 2-to-1 rice on the stove. Bring it to a boil and then let it simmer. Okay?
Okay.
All right, let's get some prep going here. So this is stuff for all the sauces. This is stuff for all the vegetables. So we're going to work with the peppers first. We're going to julienne the peppers. All right, we break peppers into 4 sides. So I'm going to show you something how we do this at the club so that we get the peppers nice and fine. I actually got a red-yellow pepper combination here. So
Yeah, that's a pretty one.
Pretty.
I love the striped peppers.
Very pretty. Same price.
Chef, I'm making half recipe because I'm just one person. So how much of this pepper, I've got 2 peppers. How much am I going to be using?
You can use it in every roll that you want, or if you don't like peppers that much, just put a little bit in. I would say just cut 2 sides, max. Okay. All right, so to julienne. So we're going to julienne, but it's a little different. This julienne, we want to take some of the meat off. So if you take your knife, flatten your pepper out a little bit, cut into your pepper. I want to take some of the meat off. All I'm going to do is saw some of the meat off, okay, and discard. Okay, so I'm going to do that again. You don't want to go too deep. You just want to take some of the meat off so the peppers aren't too thick in the rolls. Now, there's a little trick that we also do. I'm actually going to skin one of these a lot more, take more of the meat off of this, and I'm going to throw this in ice water, and we're going to see it. They tend to curl up in ice water, so we'll see if I'm any good at this.
Okay. So this is mostly just the skin that you have left?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's really super fine. And then I'm going to take a little ice and water. We'll see if they'll curl up in time.
And this will be for a garnish?
Yeah. You guys don't have to do this. Just for show. Little trick. All right, so we're going to, again, we're going to do the same thing with the other peppers. Take some of the meat off. And then we want to fine julienne on this, okay? As thin as you're comfortable with working with the pepper, okay? So I normally don't like working into my hand. So what you want to do is you want to keep it, just get a little bit of the meat. See how I got a little bit of the meat? And move your hand in the back. And then move your hand on the other side. So you can always see what you're doing. Okay?
All right. Good, good.
Okay, so we're going to do that again. Get a little angle here. Get some of the meat off. And then go on the other side to clean it up. Now, we want as fine a julienne as we possibly can. So finger has to be real close to the knife. So let's see. That'll just give you an idea how thin this is. And there's still a little bit of meat on there. Okay, we'll do one more, because there's only a couple of us here. The finer it is, the nicer the roll will look when you cut it. Okay?
Okay. I've actually never made sushi. This will be a good class.
We do a lot of sushi at the club. Same. So knife all the way. You got to press down sometimes pretty hard to get the knife through the pepper. And I'm using the top 2/3 of the knife. I'm not using the back of the knife. Okay, we're going to do the same with cucumber. Can do it on a mandolin. So we want about the same size, just to be uniform. Okay, so what we're going to do with the cucumber, we're going to cut it real thin on the bottom, just one slice down. So I'm working on a flat surface. Okay, so it's not going to roll around when I go to slice it. Thin, super thin rectangles. And then move them over, and then julienne again. Okay, so we're looking at, these look like matchsticks. That's the key, okay? And that's all we're doing with all of these, okay? When you get comfortable with the knife, you can let it roll. If you're not comfortable with the knife, one cut at a time and shift it over, okay? So this is a rolling of the knife. This is a cut and push it over. Whatever you're comfortable with. You can do either one.
Okay.
Rolling of the knife is quicker, but we're not in a race.
Some of us are to keep up with you, Chef.
What's that?
Some of us are in a race just to keep up with you.
Well, I'll talk in between. So that's what we got. Cucumbers, we're going to put those off to the side. Okay. We're going to do carrots, but carrots are a little more difficult. So let me do a little, while you guys are prepping, let me do a little thank you for all the support throughout the last 6 or 7 weeks. We appreciate it greatly. We are coming into open up phase. This week we're going to be doing live food at the club. Pick it up 4:30 to 7:30. We're working on maybe Thursday. We haven't decided yet. Depends on if the city opens up. Probably Friday and Saturday between 4:30 and 7:30. I don't have the menu handy, but I know there's a pizza, whitefish, filet, and pork, and one other item. So carrots, we're going to do the same. Carrots are a little more difficult because you have to apply some force to them. One should be enough, right? Okay. Carrot, heel to toe when you cut it. Okay, roll it on your side and just cut straight down. They will curl on their own, because that's what carrots do. Okay, and now we're gonna have to apply a little force just to get through and julienne, okay? Keep an eye on your rice. If you're cooking it on the stove, it's come to a boil, turn it down, cover it, and let it simmer, okay?
How often do you use your rice maker, Chef? Just when you're doing sushi or all the time?
Yeah, this is actually from the club. I don't have one here, so I use the one from the club.
Oh, nice.
So Okay, avocado, we're going to do the same. So remember what we did last time. So we're going to cut it down right in the middle to the seed and roll the avocado. Turn. I'm going to use the side without the nut in it. Spoon.
Don't let the knife get too close to your hand when you're cutting the avocado. You'll
Move
end up with avocado
don't,
hand.
Don't move the knife.
Yeah.
If you don't like avocado, you don't have to put avocado. The beauty of sushi is you can put in whatever you want. It's your roll. So we have the half, and all we're going to do is cut slices. Okay? Thin slices. If those of you who were here remember, we did a ladies' luncheon with an avocado salad for the first course a few years ago. I was the one who got to do it, and I found 170 avocados. Actually, it was just like this. So we did it just like this, if you guys remember. That's what we did with the avocado salad, and we put some tomatoes inside there. A lot of slicing the day of. So wipe down your knives, wipe down your cutting boards. All right, so we're going to make some sauces before we get to the fish. We'll do some spicy mayo first. So what you want to do, a couple spoonsful of Hellmann's mayonnaise, a little sriracha. So that's about 3 tablespoons.
This sushi demonstration is sponsored by Hellmann's. No, I'm teasing.
Since I'm not eating the sushi, we're going to make it a little spicy because my wife likes it spicy and my son as well. A little bit of Cajun seasoning. And a little bit of fresh lime juice. No seeds.
So Chef, what are we using this for?
So this will be part of our, this will be as a sauce and also for spicy tuna. And if you don't want to do spicy tuna, you don't have to. But we're going to have some scraps left from the tuna, and that's what we're going to use it for. Okay?
Cool.
Hoisin sauce, nothing there, nothing there. Wasabi powder. Okay. Take some of the wasabi. We're going to use it for 2 things. I'm going to do a little wasabi mayo for garnish, and then we're going to use some wasabi inside some of the rolls. So this is probably 2 ounces of wasabi powder. Cold water. We just want to put a couple of drops in. Stir it. I always stir it with my finger until it becomes a paste. So if you can see it in here, oh, so strong, so nasty. See how it is a paste form here? It's like a ball. Okay, I'm going to use a little bit for the rolls, and I'm going to use a little bit for the wasabi mayonnaise, which is just adding Hellmann's mayonnaise to this.
No licking your fingers now.
Oh, terrible! I hate this stuff.
Clears up the sinuses great,
Oh,
though.
mercy.
Oh yeah.
Just did.
If you have a cold,
Right.
just
Goes
get
away.
some wasabi powder.
So all we're going to do is drop a little bit of Hellmann's mayonnaise in there and stir it around.
How much wasabi did you leave in there?
I would say I left 3/4 of an ounce. I don't like it too spicy, too heavy wasabi flavor, but you can taste this because I don't like this. Let me get you some.
Okay, I need a recap. In
What was
the
that?
I need a recap. The first one was lemon juice, sriracha, and mayo, right?
And a little Cajun seasoning. How was it?
Ah.
Good. Okay. So in this one, sriracha. So about 2 ounces, 3 ounces of Hellman's mayo, maybe a couple of squirts of sriracha, a little Cajun mayo, and a little lemon juice. That's in here. So that's the spicy mayo. We made a little regular wasabi, okay? So water, wasabi powder, stir it around until it comes into a ball form. And then I left a little bit, maybe a half an ounce to 3/4 of an ounce. I left it in here and added mayonnaise to that and stirred it up.
How much mayonnaise?
I would say 2 ounces, no more of that. But you want to taste it, and then that'll tell you if you want to add more wasabi powder or more mayonnaise to it. Okay? Make sense?
Yeah.
Any questions other than that?
I don't
All right, we
think
got
so. Everyone
Cajun
looks good.
Cajun sauce, soy sauce.
What's
rice-
Cajun seasoning? Is that a name of a product?
Yeah, like a Paul Prudhomme blackened redfish seasoning, an Emerald's blackened seasoning. You don't have to. You can do straight sriracha, but I put a little bit in there because it also adds some salt. Okay. And there was maybe half an ounce of the Cajun mayo in there. So let me check the rice. Rice is still cooking. All right. Okay, sauces are done. Let me make sure I got everything there. All right, we're going to cut the fish.
Fish time. And for those of you following along, we are recording the episode. So we will have it. It takes a few hours to upload from the cloud onto my computer. So I will have it posted on our YouTube channel, the CYC YouTube page, first thing in the morning. So if you're following along and you want to make it tomorrow or later in the week, or you're ever looking for Chef Sushi demo, or any of the demos that we've done since we started the virtual series, you can find them on the CYC YouTube page.
Okay, salmon. My salmon has the skin on it, so I have to remove it. So, don't know if you guys have the salmon on it or not. What you want to do is make a little angled incision with your knife so that I can hold a piece of the salmon. And then all I'm going to do is push the knife on the bottom, and all the skin comes right off. Just like that. Okay? Now, technically, as we flip the salmon over, it is up to you if you want to remove the fat of it. So if you want to do that, I will show you how to do that right now. So with a sharp knife, you want to take that and angle. So think of the fat as there's like a little wave. So it goes down and up. And then in the middle, there's a little gap of more fat. So we want to take our hand, sawing slowly. Okay? So all I'm doing is sawing very slowly. Okay? I'm going to get to the point where it takes a dip down, right in the middle. I'm going to make an angle cut down and an angle cut up. And I'm just removing all the fat with as little meat on it as possible. And discarding that. Okay?
That
And
was
if
a
you-
pro move.
And if there's any more, we just trim it up and take all the fat out. Okay?
Very nice. Okay.
Any questions? So the beauty of this is when we do the salmon rolls with the rice on the bottom and the meat on top, we can use all of this. So I'm gonna make these off to the side. So typically let me do a couple salmon rolls. Cut a couple long strip ones. Okay? And then we're gonna break this into 3. 1, 2, 3. Depending on the size of your salmon. And then we're going to cut straight down. And then this will go right on top of the rice.
More like a sashimi.
Yes.
Beautiful. That fish looks amazing.
Yeah, the fish looks like it just came
Where
in.
did you buy that salmon?
This came from Mariano's,
Nice.
surprisingly. And it's
Yeah.
really, really good.
Mariano's.
So this would be the belly meat of the salmon. and this will be your best flavor. Salmon has a lot of oil content in it to begin with. I guess I'll do 3 rolls. So back in the 80s when I was going to Kendall College, the Ritz-Carlton wanted to start doing sushi in its green room. So they brought a 18-year trained Japanese chef to come work with us. And they showed me how to work with the knife. And after they were done showing me how to work with the knife, I realized I had 0 knife skills compared to what that guy had. But that's all he did every day of his life.
Wow,
So
that must have been amazing.
It was an amazing, I watched him take a piece of fluke, which is like flounder, and just every slice was just magnificent. One nicer than the next. It was truly an art form. So he was 18 years and he still wasn't a master chef, which
Wow.
made me crazy.
Beautiful. Okay, this is the salmon pieces that he cut.
So these are what the salmon looks like, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, tuna.
Explain which one's which.
So this will be the sashimi. This is basically a sashimi cut, and you can actually eat this if you want, Brandon. But these are going to go on top of the rice. So we're going to form, the rice logs, cut them a little wasabi on top, and then put this on top of the rice, okay? But that'll be later. And then these are going to go into the salmon rolls.
Nice. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
We all good? Are we all caught up? Does anyone have any questions before I start with the tuna?
I think we covered everything in the chat.
Okay, tuna. Now, you look at the tuna. There's, on each side of the tuna, you're going to see lines of fat. I don't want that in the sushi and the sashimi. So we're going to trim that off. And what we're going to use with that, that'll turn into our, with the spicy mayo, spicy tuna with the mayo. So we want to trim this off. So we're going to trim the fat off here. And we're going to trim the fat off here. You can see the lines, okay? You see the lines of fat in the tuna. That's how they grade the tuna. So if you're watching Wicked Tuna on TV, this is how they grade it, okay? This is
I have to say I love that show.
This is, I'm not sure where this tuna came from. So I'm going to want to do 2 different, I have to do a couple things here, right? We have to do this for the spicy. We need this for the rolls.
And that's a tuna loin?
Yes.
Is that right? Yeah.
Loin of tuna.
Tuna.
The nicest part of tuna, it's called OTORO, or otoro, or belly meat. Runs about $40 to $50 a pound.
Wow.
Just to tell you how wonderful that is. So what I'm doing with the tuna, so we waste very little when I clean this because everything is going to be used. This is going to be a little more difficult to cut. So I'm actually going to take some of this fat off. Okay, sharp knife is the key. And then we're going to do these with the sushi rice on the top.
So just like the other ones, cut nice
Just,
and thin.
yeah, nice and thin. Super thin. This is going to be with just rice and wasabi.
Yeah.
But you see the color. So as you touch the fish, touch it, smell it. Shouldn't have any smell. The marbling is nice. There's not a lot of fat in this part of the meat. The fat is all on the sides. Okay?
I need to come out to the Mariano's by your house if I want to make sushi.
I think I caught them right. This must have just come in. Now, the leftovers, we're going to dice these up, okay, for the spicy tuna. And we don't want too much of the, so what happens is you're going to see all this sinew in here. I don't want that because it's difficult to eat. So we're going to actually cut that out, okay? 1 cut straight down. Cut in. Boom, boom. So the knife that I have is a high-carbon stainless steel, Japanese knife. I've had it forever. Probably this knife is about $200 just for the knife now. This was a lot of money a long time ago. So we're going to trim off all the fat here, and then we're going to dice it up. We're going to see if we can use this. Should be able to use some of this. So if it's tough to cut, think about eating. It's going to be tough to eat. So I don't want that. Now we're going to dice up the remaining. So small dice, Does anybody have any questions?
Everyone seems good so far. I think, who's cooking along with us? I know Miss Snyder. And I think.
Miss Snyder, how was the mushroom pad thai?
It was very good. I still have some left. It was a nice large portion. Delicious.
Good. Glad you enjoyed.
And I had the wine with it, which was terrific.
Oh, good, good.
Yeah, it was
Yes,
really nice.
we're gonna. Oh, good. Yeah, we're gonna continue to do the recommendations with all the to-go, and as we start to open up, we'll still have all those offerings. So.
All right. Now, clean your knife, clean your table. Be careful while cleaning the sushi knife, please.
Yeah, you hate to make it all the way through cutting the fish and then hurt yourself doing the dishes.
All right. Let me check rice where we're at here. All right, so mine says I got 12 minutes left. I don't think I have 12 minutes left. Let me pop this just in case, because I didn't fill it up. This rice is done. Okay. Rice coming out for me. Since I didn't have a full pot, I didn't have to cook it as long.
Okay.
Okay. Now we're going to take the rice out. We're going to not do that. To go over the floor. This container is going to be hot. So what you want to do is get the rice out. Yeah.
It's foggy in here.
Do you get a rice facial?
Rice.
Good for the pores.
All right. So now we're going to let this cool a few minutes. Then we're going to add a little sugar and a little rice vinegar. Okay? That's done, that's done, that's done. Okay. Once the rice is ready to go, we can cool it off a little bit more. All right, so we're going to add a little bit of spicy mayo to the tuna. Just enough to cover it. So I look at the tuna when I do the spicy tuna, and to me it looks like pearls. And I am, again, allergic to all fish and seafood, so my son gets to, or mom.
Paula.
Bless you. Bless you making all this fish.
Please. She'll be back.
That was quick.
Salt?
Salt and more.
Spice? More sriracha, she says. She's eating it. I'm not.
Chef, do you make yourself veggie rolls?
I'm going to make a veggie roll, but I'm just, this is not what I like to eat.
That's fair. And this, in the tuna, is the sriracha mayonnaise.
Yes, sriracha mayo's in there. Or if you
Wasabi
like-
mayo
You can do
is still on the
wasabi
side.
mayonnaise. It's up to you. All right, I think I'm all done here. I know what I'm doing. Okay, now we can go to work. So we're going to hit rice vinegar, about 2 ounces or so, and a little bit of sugar to cut the acidity. And then we're going to cut it with, we're going to put air in it with the knife, with the spoon.
How much sugar?
Oh, about 1 ounce to 2 ounces, depending on if you like your rice sweeter or not. So all I'm doing is folding the rice so that it gets all covered, and then we're going to taste it just before we're going to use it. So let's taste this. My guess is I'm going to need a little more sugar. Drop of sugar. Drop of sugar more. And that's all. All right, so rice is ready to go. Now all our veggies are ready to go. So we can start assembling whatever we want to start assembling. So you want to get a bowl just with water. Cold water.
Cold water, okay.
So this is going to be our dunking hands to get the rice off of our fingers. Okay. So I'm going to move this whole area out so you guys can see what I'm going to do. Right here. Put all this stuff away because we're just going to roll. Okay. Nori, wraps, okay? Depends on what we're doing, but I'm gonna keep them in here. Here's a screen. We have to wrap the screen in plastic or else you're gonna be picking out the rice after each and every time you use it.
Chef, where did you buy your sushi screen?
Actually, it came with the rice cooker.
Oh,
All of that
nice.
came together. So we want,
Package with the spoon.
and the spoon. 3 for 1.
Oh, nice. What a
3 for
good
1.
package. They know what they're doing. If
All right.
you are looking for one, I'm sure you could also purchase on Amazon. They have everything.
So we want
seems
to
like.
just cover the screen with plastic wrap.
And then, Chef, did you go to the Asian market for the nori, or did they sell that at your local?
Mariano's had everything for me.
All right. That's good. Okay, Mariano's. And I think Whole Foods carries it as well.
What's that?
Whole Foods, I think, also carries it.
Yeah, I'll bet they do. That one wasn't very good, Larry. Sure, let's see now. All right. So now we're ready. We're going to start with the veggie rolls first. So typically we don't use the whole part of this. We only use about 3/4 of it because it just becomes too much nori wrap. So we're going to cut it down. This card. All right, so we're going to take a roll.
How
Right
wide
here.
of that piece? What did you cut off?
I cut off about the top 1/4 of it because there's too much when you roll it up that you always have a little extra off. So I do it ahead of time. So you'll see when you roll it and then cut it. We're going to take one wrap, wet your hands with a little water, take some of the rice and work on the bottom 1/3 of it with rice. And you want a thin layer of rice, not too much, just enough to cover it, and then press it down. Okay? Fingers back in the water to get the rice off of it. Now, since there's the veggies, we're going to take a little bit of the wasabi that's all ready to go and put a little line down the middle. Okay? And then we're just going to build our roll. So we're going to take a little bit of peppers, a little bit of cucumber, a little bit of pepper, the green ones, a little bit of carrot, and press them down. And then we're going to take just a little bit of avocado since it's a veggie roll.
Sorry, Chef, did you put fish on there first?
No fish. This is all veggie. Okay? Now, the key to this is taking a little bit of water and going at the top of the roll, and that'll be your sealer. So now we're going to pull the screen back. We're going to move that to the screen, Yes, I probably should have did it on the screen. And now we're going to just roll it, okay? So we have our roll. The bottom of it should be sealed. And now put the roll at the top of the screen, leave a little bit here, fold the screen over, press it down, and you want it into a square. Press and pull, press and pull, okay? So that's what it looks like. That's what we're looking for. Okay? We're going to do this many more times, so bear with me. Nobody eats veggie rolls in my house, so I'm going to stop doing the veggie rolls. Next, we're going to go to salmon. Okay? So with the salmon, I'm going to try a little bit of the wasabi mayo here. Okay? Just for us. So every process is the same from now on. So we're going to put a little bit of the wasabi mayo down for this one, just to give it a different flavor, okay? And we're going to take the whole pieces of the salmon. Now, if you want for color, you can put a couple pieces of pepper, cucumber, whatever you want to put in, whatever you like, you can build it up, okay? And again, take your fingers, wet the top, and then roll. Okay, leave it up there, bring this side over, fold it, tighten it up. Bam, just like that. Okay?
Damn. Wow.
So you want to look on the bottom so that it's nicely sealed, so when we go to cut it, it doesn't fall apart. Okay? Tuna. You can do this at your leisure. You can do this whenever you want to do it, however you want to do it. It's up to you, whatever ingredients you like. Okay, we're going to do one tuna roll for you guys, and then I'm going to do a crab also, because I have some crab. You can do shrimp, lobster. It's up to you. Whatever you want, you can put in your own roll. Okay?
All right.
So for big events, Commodore's Open House, we make our own sushi rolls. Junior, the chef de cuisine, and one of the other guys will make 120 of these.
Ooh.
We start the process on Thursday, actually on Friday. We start prepping it. Saturday, we make them, and Sunday, we cut them.
Okay.
That's how long it takes. I have the spicy mayo. We'll just do wasabi. For this one, we'll do one tuna, one crab roll. So we're going to put a little wasabi down. Nice hunks of tuna right in the middle. Oh, looks beautiful, son. It's a shame I don't eat this stuff.
I know.
What a shame.
What a shame. I know.
Because it looks so good, doesn't it, Brandon?
I will not complain.
It looks really good. Just
Okay.
from the other side of the screen.
Again, just roll it up. All we're doing is we're doing the same process over and over again. Okay? I've done rolls within rolls within rolls. I'm not going to show them on this one. I think it's a little too difficult for you guys. But if we want to do rolls within rolls within rolls, that's the next class of sushi.
Okay.
All right.
We'll do that one live when we're open.
Let me do a crab roll. Since I got crab meat. Spicy crab? What do you think?
Yes.
Nice. So as the biggest problem that you guys will run into is your hands will get sticky, you'll touch this. What you'll notice is the rolls don't have any rice on them, how clean they look. And after I cut them and stack them up, you'll see how nice they look. They're all uniform in size and length, and that's the key, okay? And that's the difference between somebody that's been doing this for 30 years and somebody who's just trying it for the first time. And don't get discouraged. All right, so we're gonna do a little spicy crab. you're gonna love this, pal.
It's the go-to.
Yeah, little crab. So we're gonna put it in. Give it a little crunch with some carrot and a little cucumber.
Chef, that crab was in a container. Can you show
In a
us what you
can,
had?
yes.
In a can?
Yes. It's wild cut claw meat.
Yeah.
Okay. Again, we're gonna put water at the top and we're gonna roll it. Oh, dude, you're gonna love this thing. They do cones, they do this, they do that. At the end of the day, it's all the same stuff inside. All they're doing is giving you different shapes. Okay? All right. So that's 4 different rolls that I have done. My guess is you guys have probably 2 of them done. You guys want me to wait on a roll? All right, so let me
Miss
do.
Snyder's shaking her head. She said 1 minute.
Okay.
Any questions? Does anyone have questions for Chef?
On the crab, you made it spicy?
Yeah, I did spice, but you can do whatever you want. You can do the wasabi mayo. I'll wait on the cutting because I'll do all the cutting at the end. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to do a long roll of rice, and then we're going to cut it, and then we're going to put the beautiful slices of tuna and salmon on top. Okay? Miss Snyder, you guys ready to roll?
Yep.
Okay. So what you want to do is on the roll, they have molds for this that we use at the club. So it looks like a toothbrush to go container. When you go and sleep over at your friend's house, you slide your toothbrush in. That's what it looks like. And then it looks like a little U. Okay? Instead, we'll do it here. I don't know what it's going to look like, but we're going to try. We'll see if this works. If this doesn't work, I'll try something else.
Chef, if they don't have the screen, the sushi screen, what do you suggest?
I will show you how to do it in your hand.
Ah, nice.
Okay? All right. For the screen. So we want put a roll of the rice together, and you want it in a rectangle shape, okay? And then we're just going to roll it over and tighten it up, okay? See if it works. I have no idea. Roll it over, tighten it up, press it down. Oh, perfect. There you go.
Beautiful. Wow.
Ready to go. So we're going to put this off to the side, and because when I cut it, you'll see what happens. Okay, now, hang on, let me cut this in half.
And sushi rice is just made to stick together better, right? You wouldn't want to use regular rice.
A much higher starch content in sushi rice, jasmine rice.
Okay.
Okay. Now, if you do not have a screen to roll, you're going to we're going to work on this part of my fingers. So we're going to take these, and all we're going to do is just keep folding and forming them. Okay? Take some of the rice. We're going to put it in our hands. It's not going to look as crisp and clean. Back and forth. Just like that. Okay? And what happens is the starch in the rice holds it together. Okay?
Beautiful. And who cares if it's not perfect because you're going to put fish over it.
Not bad. Not bad for an amateur. All right, so we're going to do that again. This is probably an ounce of rice. And we're going to work in our fingertips here. We can roll it and squeeze it just a little bit. Roll it and squeeze it. Why I don't like this is because the rice gets all over everything. We'll do one more. Any questions, guys? Okay, and then lastly, we're going to cut the other ones, and put the fish right on top. All right, let me get this out of the way. Since we're all done rolling for right now. So for Commodore's open house, the 120 rolls, we'll do about 200 of rice with the sashimi on top of it, of each tuna and salmon. So you can put whatever you want on here. Really, I don't put anything on it. We just take the fish and lay it right on top. And when I was at, they would let me, I would have to put it on a lot nicer. Make it look beautiful. I mean, look at that. It's just magnificent. And then take with your soy sauce, hoisin sauce, whatever you want. That's just for that. Okay, I'll do these over here. And this will give you guys a better chance to see. What they would also do is after I do this, I would have to form it more, but I don't want to touch it. God, you guys, look at this. Beautiful, son. And what the Japanese also do is presentation is phenomenal. So that's what we're going to do is we're going to cut some different angles when it's all done. Salmon on top. Okay, so the rolls, again, with your sharp knife. So we're going to do the veggie roll first. And typically we will only get 6 or 7 cuts out of one. Always cut the end off. That goes to the staff.
That's my piece.
So what I'm going to do with this one is I'm actually going to cut this on an angle. So I want these to stand up. So take about a 1/2 inch and don't do anything. Count 1/2 inch here. Take your roll, turn it on an angle, and cut straight down. So as you look at that,
Oh, beautiful.
that's what it looks like. Now, the next thing you're going to do is take it where it ends over here, cut a 1/2 inch. So that's a perfect one also. Okay? Let me do that again.
Nice.
So on an angle, 1/2 inch off. And then cut this one straight down.
Beautiful.
Okay? So that's our veggie roll. Now, typically, when we cut sushi, you want one cut straight down. Don't saw it, because what happens is you'll see the lines when you saw it. So we're going to cut it off, the crab. Okay. One cut, straight down. One cut, straight down. So that's why the knives have to be super sharp, and the rice doesn't stick to the knife. That one's for you guys. Okay? Plate that up later. And then, since that was cooked, we can go to the raw. Same thing here, straight down. 6 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in a row. 1. So I'll plate those up as soon as I'm done. So you see the rolls, when we hold them up, they're all together. I'll present those in the middle. So 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and an end cut on that saw rubber. Let me get a nicer plate. Give me 1 second here. Let me put them on a nicer plate.
Hey, puppy.
Dogs are waiting for scraps.
Exactly.
My cats would be howling for sure.
What's that?
If my cats were in the house when I was making sushi, they would be howling.
Oh, for sure. All right, so let's move this
Oh, that's a
on.
nice plate.
So how we would present is we'll do the salmon on one side, the tuna on the other. So we put the veggies in the back just because we don't want it to block anything. And then typically what we'll do is we will stack 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and then 1. So 3 on the bottom, 2, and then 1 for buffets. Okay? So you see how beautiful these look? Nice big hunk of salmon there. Beautiful.
Wow, beautiful.
And tuna's even nicer. So
Oh.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 1 right on top.
Welcome, Commodore. We're happy to have you right at the end.
So I would serve this, some chopsticks. We have soy sauce, hoisin sauce, the Cajun spicy mayo, the wasabi mayo, and then the spicy tuna they could eat as well. Also, if they want, ginger also on the side, pickled ginger. And here we go. Does anybody have any questions? Look at that. Doesn't that looks fabulous, doesn't it?
It does look really good. You've inspired me. I think I can make sushi at home now.
This is Sushi 101. So
Sushi
We would
101, I love it.
I'm excited.
these didn't really curl up. That's a shame. That's a waste of time, but it happens. Does anybody have
Please
any
send
questions?
us, oh yeah, let us know if you have questions and send us your photos. You can send them to
Love see the
me.
pictures, guys.
Yeah, we love to see the pictures. Send them to me, catering@chicagoyachtclub.org, or to Sarah, communications at catering, at chicagoyachtclub.org, not at catering. I also have the menu for next week when we're finished, or not next week, for this week's to go. Whenever you're ready. Any
It's the
questions?
same this week and next week, Taylor.
It is the same. Yes, you're right.
Same for these 2 weeks, and then I'm changing the whole menu on June 18th for the week of June 18th. Hopefully, we'll be able to enjoy the outdoors, but that's not our fault.
Fingers crossed. Yeah, fingers crossed. Mid-June, we will be allowing patio dining, so we're very excited about that. This week and next week's menu is clam chowder, of course, tomato mozzarella salad, turkey club, Stations burger. We have the grilled pizza with broccoli rabe, caramelized onions, roasted fennel, and ramps, and the smoked twin tenderloin medallions, pork tenderloin wrapped with bacon, a maple glaze, lentil salad, and sweet potato. And we have the veal parmesan with pasta and marinara sauce, 6-ounce filet with the twice baked potato and grilled asparagus, and herb crusted whitefish and vegetable fried rice. So if you're hungry this week, think about the club. We are doing orders until 3:30 the day of. Is that so right, Chef?
About that, and then we're gonna make it to order for when you guys pick it up between 4:30 and 7:30.
So it'll be hot to order. So if you want to order it, it won't be a cold and reheat situation like we have been doing.
Yeah, and I think we're working on a bar of some sort at the outside area where it's grab and go, where Kristen will have some stuff. Beer, wine is my guess, and maybe a couple of mixed drinks.
Yes.
So,
We'll start featuring cocktails and wine and everything in our grab and go, and all that will be on the forms. You can find them on the calendar. We're also going to be slowly rolling out our mobile app to go, so you'll see some more information coming through this week and next week about that. Another exciting event that we have on the calendar this week is a Q&A with Skip Novak. He was a junior member of the CYC when he was younger, and he is a 40-year member of the Royal Ocean Racing Club. He's currently living in South Africa, and he has some really exciting stuff to share with us. So if you're interested in that, you can go on to the calendar. You can watch a couple of videos, and then we're going to have him live answering some questions. Any of your questions that you have, June 4th, that's this Thursday at 11 a.m. So it's a little earlier than we normally do programming, but it's going to be Have Your Coffee with me and Skip and Miss Betsy Barrett and our On the Water director, Skip Dyball. And we will record it, so if you can't make it at 11, we'll have it available later in the afternoon on the YouTube channel.
Thanks, everybody.
Perfect. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Jeff. Great job.
Have a great evening. We'll see you soon, I hope.
Yeah.
Great job.
I hope we
Thank
see you soon. And if you want to see us, come get to go.
Hey.
Yay.
Thank
Bye,
you
guys.
again, Jeff.
Thanks, Jeff.
Man, look at this. This is like.
Thanks, Taylor.
Oh, you're welcome, Dwight. Have a good night.
Good night.